Welcome to the Lindsay and Tony Podcast, where we talk about spirituality, business, and life experiences.
In this podcast, we're bringing our private conversations to you.
We believe that it's through discussion, action, and reflection that true change occurs. Hi guys, welcome to episode 83, the 3 steps to attract energetic support on your entrepreneurship journey. Tony and I talked all about the journey behind the importance of really having the support. You need it because it could be very lonely if you don't know where to go and who to surround yourself with. So we're so excited for you to listen to the show. And the other thing that we want you to know about is Tony's mastermind is actually starting October 28, 2019. So if you are interested in more info, he's only taking 13 people. So you can go to tonycmitchell.com. We hope you enjoy the show. Hi guys, welcome back. We're so excited that you're here. Today's episode is all about the 3 steps to attract energetic support on your entrepreneurship journey. So this is something that's needed whether you're brand new to entrepreneurship or you've been doing your business for 20 years, don't you think?
It is, and like she said, you attract energetic support. And we're going to talk about on this episode how you can attract energetic support. And I think it's so valuable because entrepreneurship can be a lonely journey. And if you don't have that support around you, you're going to actually end up giving up before you even get started. That's
so true. And I think it could be frustrating because it's almost like you put the gas on and then you put the brake on after you have the experience if you don't have someone or a group to support you.
Right. And if you're a 9-to-5 worker and you have that mindset and then you're going into becoming an entrepreneur, it takes a totally different way of viewing your world to actually make it happen. And a lot of times, if you're coming from being an employee to an entrepreneur, you don't even know what it looks like to be an entrepreneur, let alone how to create the support groups.
Exactly. You could be thinking that, I know we were talking earlier about, you could think that you have to work 8 hours a day, but really you might only work 2 hours a day. And I find that people that don't really know the entrepreneurship journey, they think that you either don't work enough or you're overworking. They don't really get what happens behind the scenes. But we'll talk about that in number 1, the power behind creating or joining masterminds.
Right.
So we should probably say what that
Yeah, and masterminds, just so you know, you're already a part of all kinds of different masterminds. Anytime you're meeting up with one other person with any kind of intention, that's a mastermind. It's when 2 or more people come together, a third mind actually comes into play. So masterminds become powerful when the 2 or more people come together with the same intention, the same energy, and going for the same vision.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I think that's important. And if you have that intention and you're vocal about it, it makes it even more powerful. Like, listen, this is what we're going to focus on. This is the energy that we're putting out here. And then also holding each other accountable too.
Right, because just to give you a few examples, I have several people that I'll meet up with during the week early in the morning at either 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. And that's a little mastermind for me. So most of the time I'm meeting up with one other person, if not 2 other people. So in the mornings, those are my masterminds. And I know that in the morning when I wake up, if I feel like, sometimes I'll feel tired or I don't want to go work out and I don't want to go do my morning routine, but I end up doing it anyways because I have the other person there who's accountable for me. So I created this in my life purposely. Mm-hmm. That way I can engrave these habits into me.
Well, and that's a big thing because I feel like when you come back home from the workout mastermind, which is powerful, he comes back with energy and he's wide awake, when he comes back. And that momentum is built up in the morning and it goes throughout the day, which is powerful.
Right. So it impacts every part of my life, even though we're just meeting up to work out and really to have great conversations to start our day, because the start of your day sets the tone of your day. So knowing that too, I strategically set this mastermind up. So think about every part of your life to where you can strategically set up different masterminds around your life in order to get that end goal. So my end goal was I wanted to wake up early. I wanted to have a positive morning routine that gave me energy to do my business and everything that I do for that day. So with that goal in mind, I started to reach out to people, and eventually Attracted people into my life that, actually half of them, they'd never even thought about waking up early to go work out.
Yeah, and early is what, 4 a.m.?
5 a.m. we'll meet up, yeah, so we have to wake up at 4 or something. Some days, and at 6 a.m. we meet up other days. But the point is, the people that you meet up with and that you're doing these things with, maybe they're new at it too, but the whole point is you guys both have the same intention with the same focus. So you could set masterminds up around your health, your business, your relationships. Really, you're already doing it, like I said at the beginning. Anytime you're meeting up with somebody else, that's a mastermind that is formed.
Right. And I think if you're looking for a mastermind, there's a lot of masterminds online right now too. And I'm actually going to put a plug in for your mastermind coming up. It starts October 28th.
Yes.
Every mastermind has a different intention. So, for example, Tony's mastermind is team. And you want to share what the team means? Yeah, so it's the Empath
Accelerator Mastermind. So I formed this, it's a paid mastermind. So you could look for paid masterminds like mine, which mine is specifically for entrepreneurs, heart-centered entrepreneurs. And it's a 3-month program to where I work one-on-one with them, and then we have group calls and all that. We work together, but we all come together with the same focus of creating massive momentum in our business and life. So my mastermind creates a lot of breakthroughs for people to where they have absolute clarity in their business and in their life. So that's the intention. And also specifically empaths I want in that mastermind, people that are just like me, highly sensitive to energy. They have a powerful message that they want to share with the world. So I designed this really selfishly in a way because I want to team up with other empaths to actually excel my life too. So you could look for paid programs like that. You could create free masterminds. Really, anytime you're joining in with a group of people for a main purpose, that's a mastermind.
Right. And even coaching, like I know with intuitive coaching, that's a mastermind. So if you're leading an intuitive coaching session, like Tony does his private sessions with people, even if it's just one person, that's a mastermind right there. And that creates a third mind. But imagine adding a group of entrepreneurs, a small group of, 13 that you take?
13 people that I take from my program, yes.
So 13 people, they don't necessarily have to be in the same business. And that's another thing with masterminds. Some of them could be in the same business, and other times they have the same intention about their vision, but you're actually adding input from different businesses, which makes it powerful too.
Absolutely. So look around you, look at the paid ones, look at your life, and think of different masterminds that you want to be a part of. Think of the people that you want to be connected to. Think of your vision first, get real clear about that, and then all of these different masterminds will start to fall in place in your life.
Yeah, and your heart will guide you. I feel like the most important thing is to look for a leader that has integrity and that is guiding you from the heart. That's what I believe.
Right. So Lindsay, she focuses on mentoring other psychic mediums, and so you have your monthly mastermind, mediumship mastery circle.
Mediumship mastery circle.
You do other programs for beginner level mediums and then for intermediate levels. So there's all specific little things. So if you're a medium, Lindsay's the go-to person. If you want to build your business and you want to do that. So there's all kinds of people out there that are creating masterminds, and they're becoming more and more well-known.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
A lot of it is through Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. They created a course on helping people form masterminds, and that really stemmed from the book Think and Grow Rich.
Yes.
Which there's a whole chapter about the power of masterminds and the power of really teaming up with another person with the same vision, with the same intentions, because like we said at the beginning of this, another universal mind starts to come into play to where you start to get the insights, the ideas, and you start to feel more accountable for yourself. You start to do habits, and you start to do actions that you never really would have taken unless you came to this mastermind.
It just reminds me of, I know we're still on 1, but I feel like this is powerful to stay on number 1 right now. It reminds me of the other day we were in Hyde Park in Tampa, and we were working at a coffee shop. And Tony and I ate breakfast, and then we were just hanging out outside, and we each had a notebook, and we started writing ideas for different topics of things for business. And we were feeding off of each other's energy without even talking at that point. So it's like you can ride the wave of the mastermind energy too.
Absolutely. We felt, you'll do it too. Think about, have you ever sat down with somebody and you might even be working on different things, but the fact that they're working on something and you feel like this energetic rapport between you two. That's what we're talking about. That's the third mind of momentum, or whatever you want to call it, that comes in. And like Lindsay and I the other day, eating breakfast, just all of these ideas were coming through to me. And Lindsay brought it up too when she was across the table from me, and she was saying, I feel like we're feeding off each other right now. And at that point, I didn't really notice Lindsay was in the zone either. And then I start to pay more attention to it. I'm like, wow, my whole paper's filled up, her whole paper's filled up. There's a great feeling at our table right now. And it was because we both were there locked in with the same intention.
Yes. Yeah. So that's huge. That's huge. Okay, should we go on to number 2?
Yeah, so number 2 is to draw energetic support into your life. It sounds very simple, but to believe in yourself. And until you believe in yourself, until you believe in your mission, until you believe what you're doing, it's going to radiate out to people, and you're not going to attract their support because they're going to sense that you don't believe in whatever you're doing. So then the next question comes, well, how do I believe in myself? You tell me to believe in myself. Well, the only way I figured out how to believe in myself in different areas is through being consistent, through taking persistent action in whatever area I'm talking about. So if it comes to health, my confidence rose with my health and my ability to be healthy because years and years and years of teaching myself that I'm somebody who easily works out. Working out's fun to me. It's a no-brainer to me. And the same thing could go with any area in your life, to where if you stay locked and loaded on your business and consistent, no matter what your results are, you just stay consistent and persistent, your belief in yourself will grow at the rate that you stay consistent at.
That's so true. And it is about consistency. And I feel like you do a great job of being consistent with whatever you do. There's so many examples of that. I actually have been learning a lot by living with Tony because he is consistent. He doesn't miss a day. Whatever he says he's going to do, he does it.
And I'll say the same thing about Lindsay, because you have different things in your business that you're teaching me to do in my business, that I've seen the consistency. No matter, a lot of you know that we travel a lot. And no matter over the last 5 years, even when I was teaching in the school systems, Lindsay's been doing her business. And no matter how much we travel, she stays consistent with doing her calls, going live, doing some stories, sending out emails, whatever she's the foundation that builds her business, she's always consistent with the different foundation to build your business. So you taught me a lot about that too, actually.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, and that kind of goes back to the masterminds, because, to have that belief within yourself and to be consistent, sometimes you do need a little kick in the butt. Like, I know there was times where it was nice when I had friends to get together with, or even when Tony and I do our Friday meetings, he's like, okay, we got to do our meeting. I'm like, oh, can we put it off for like half an hour just so I can do something else? And he's like, nope, we gotta get it done. So having that accountability is so important. And I think that's the power behind intuitive coaching or joining a mastermind, because you guys stay on top of each other and kind of check in. Like, are you doing that?
Absolutely. The accountability is a huge factor, because a lot of us have all these dreams and desires in us, and we know that we're going to do it, but until you hold yourself accountable, or you put yourself in a mastermind, or you put yourself in positions to have to be, to where you're forced to be accountable, nothing's really ever going to happen. It takes that discipline.
Right. And at the end of this episode, I want to remember to talk about the accountability checklist after too.
So going back to the believe in yourself, the believe in yourself. Yeah. So all of these 3 things that we're talking about in this show, they all go hand in hand together. So I feel like the more strategic you are with your masterminds, number 1 that we talked about, and the more strategic you are at creating them in your life, the more you're going to believe in yourself, because those are going to be your little support pockets with every area of your life that's going to start to really cultivate that belief in yourself. And then from there, it's like the rich who keep getting richer. It's like you'll start to attract more energetic support. The less that you need it, the more that you'll attract the energetic support into your life.
That's
so
true.
Then number 3 is...
So studying resources, whether it's courses, books, what what else is it?
So
There's
courses,
articles,
books,
continued learning.
workshops, anything to where you could get the information and it's the right information. It's not just fake news or anything like that. It's actually the right, information for people that know what they're talking about on the steps that you're trying to do. So if you're trying to learn email marketing, there's YouTube videos about it. There's articles written about it. It's not hard to find anything specific that you think of. It's not hard to find a professional who's waiting there to teach you step by step on how to actually do it, whether it's for free or you can actually pay for the courses as well.
Yeah. And it's something I feel like we're always students. Like for the rest of our lives, we're going to be students. And I think that's important to know that that's okay to be a student. I still take mediumship classes because I could always learn. I still read books to just on different topics. I read articles. I love that. And I know, Tony, you listen to things like whether it's on the way to working out or while you're working out, there's just so many things that you can use.
Every single day, yeah. And there's some videos that I watched over and over. Probably some videos maybe I watched almost 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Because there's always something, every day you're seeing the world differently. So even if you go back and study a course that really helped you the first time, I bet if you go back and study that course again, it's going to help you even more this time because there's something in you that wasn't there before. So you're going to be able to get more out of the resource. So I think it's so important to understand that learning and studying, especially if you own a business, is something that you should really do if you want to keep growing your business and yourself. You should keep doing the rest of your life.
Yeah, and it could be repetitive. I think that's important.
Yes.
Because we fall asleep to The Shift practically every night, or Louise Hay. The Shift with Wayne Dyer, and we fall asleep to that, and it's imprinted in our mind too. So it doesn't matter how many times we listen to it, there is new meaning because our perception is always changing and our mind is always evolving. But I think this goes with, I think we kind of covered everything, right? Because that's a lot of information. I do want to talk about your checklist, your accountability checklist, because I feel like this is important. And we're going to include it in the link below later today, so you'll see that. But the accountability checklist is really keeping you on track. Everything that we shared today actually kind of goes with it, right?
Right. It helps you to break down to where you could structure your day to where you know exactly what to do to create momentum.
Yeah.
This could be, it doesn't matter what business you're in or what career you're in, you could download this checklist and it'll help you get clear and break down the steps on actually what to do on a day-to-day basis.
Exactly. And I think sometimes that's all we need is to know, okay, I'm doing something. Like I'm staying consistent. I know what to do. And it doesn't have to take you all day to do it, but it's simple. And it's like, oh, really? Something like that could actually shift my mindset and actually take me to the next level when it comes to business or your mindset or things that are happening in your life. Because really it could be very confusing on what do I do next? Well, this is a sheet that will keep it very simple for you. And I'm so excited for everyone to get it because I feel like it's really powerful.
I'm excited too because you might even just find one thing on the sheet that totally transforms your life, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
And I bet that most people that look at this, that download the accountability checklist, they're going to, if they really apply everything on there, they're going to find one thing that, wow, that really made an impact on every area of my life just doing this one thing.
Exactly. So I think the big thing is take some sort of action after this episode. So whether it's downloading the checklist, whether it's going on YouTube and going into your niche and trying to figure out, watch a video, like invest the time in yourself to do this.
Right. And pay attention to how you're feeling too as you do this, how your energy starts to shift as you start to pursue that. Yeah, you start to look for the videos that are going to help you get to the next level. Just the act of actually going and doing that with the intention actually moves so much energy.
Exactly. And the last thing that I want to say too is if you're a heart-centered entrepreneur and you're someone that actually wants to grow with a group and you want a safe place to learn and mastermind, then by October 28th, that's actually when you start, really, right. The night of the 27th by midnight.
That's when the cart closes.
That's when the cart closes. There's only 13 spots for Tony's mastermind. I know I'm talking for you, but I know how powerful this is because I've been in a mastermind with him, and he's the one that gave me the energetic support and continues to do that for me. So I know how powerful it is, and I can see the shifts that take place, within his clients that he's worked with, whether it was at my retreat where he's working with students or just things that have happened, the testimonials for the intuitive coaching. Like, I cannot wait for everyone that's already planning to be in this group because it's going to be powerful.
It is. And if you're somebody who wants the accountability, if you want the energetic support, and you want the specific strategies, if you're an empath, specific strategies on actually how to step into your power without getting overwhelmed by all the energy that you're going to feel in the process, then you would want to join this program with me.
Yeah. So go to TonyCMitchell.com. So that's the website, Tony C. Mitchell, and it's on the front page. You'll see everything. You'll see intuitive coaching and the mastermind program too. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Share with us what your action step is that you're going to take below, and we can't wait to see you next time. We hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we did. If you liked it, leave a 5-star review on iTunes, and remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel too.
If you can think of anyone else that would love this episode, share it with them right now on social media or email. And remember, getting results is a process of learning, applying, and reflecting. Stay consistent and continue to grow every day.